Good morning, everybody. Today is good morning, everybody. I don't know what just happened. Good morning. It is Monday, March the 8th, and we are here at our week meeting number 8. And if you missed last week's meeting, we covered just the importance of being able to communicate what is going on in this current real estate market to your buyers, and taking that one step further and mentioning it to as many people as you can that have a home that could potentially be sold in this market to capitalize on the equity that this market is bringing currently. So go back and watch that if you haven't already watched that. It's a great video. It also talks about how to help manage your client's emotions through this process. As we are submitting multiple offers for one client, how do we keep them from getting frustrated? How do we keep them from just giving up, throwing their hands, throwing the towel in and saying, I'm done, I'm just not meant to buy a house? So very important video. Go back and watch that and drop a comment on that. This morning, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some different tools that you can use for your real estate business, and specifically for marketing. So it's great for us to be able to have conversations, but we also need to be using our social media as our billboard for our company. We don't have to be the Mark Spain. We don't have to be a billboard driving down 400 that you see for a split second. We want to utilize the tools that we have and put it on our social media to advertise. So we're going to talk about some of these free tools. Some of them do cost money. This is not a comprehensive list by any means, but it's the ones that I felt would really benefit you at this point in your business and in the current market. The very first one we're going to talk about, and you're going to laugh at me, is TikTok. TikTok is it's a social media app, but you have the ability to create 60-second videos with filters. You can use it as a green screen background. There's all kinds of things that you can do to very easily create a video that you could put on your newsfeed and your timeline. It doesn't have to be over the top. It doesn't have to be goofy unless you want to go that way. But myself and Tim both have made a TikTok video using the green screen with information about the market. And we put that on Facebook, we put that on social media, and it's been a phenomenal response because video is going to get you the response. Video, you're going to stop scrolling to see what does Deb have to tell me. I'm going to look at this video. If you keep it at that generic 60-second mark, then you're going to get more views. And the longer the video goes, you have to make sure it's engaging. But TikTok is completely free. And I'm not saying to market necessarily on TikTok, although there are businesses out there, there's real estate companies, and there's mortgage lenders out there that are making content, whether it's their day-to-day, hey, I'm out showing houses today, or I'm working on this marketing piece for my listing, or if you're advertising a new listing, there are companies and people out there that are generating business straight from TikTok. So my focus would be, go create a TikTok account, completely free. No, it's not being monitored by China. Well, I say that it probably is, but if you're making real estate videos, then you'll be able to, you automatically saves into your camera roll, and then you upload it to Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, whatever medium you want to use. LinkedIn would be another one. But you have the video creativity and editing software. I'm just muting everybody. You have the video editing capability and software already at your fingertips versus having to go shoot a video on your phone, download it into iMovie, and then play around with iMovie and learn how to make transitions and text slides and all of that. So TikTok is super simple. There's a lot of depth to it that you can actually do. You can make transitions, you can do green screen, you can do all kinds of effects. You can even do live on there. But I would use that as a tool to create content, to create videos. and do it. You can either do the 60-second, or you can say part 1 and then record the next 60 seconds. And now you have a 2-minute video. You splice them together, and then you put that on Facebook. So very simple, very easy. It does take a little bit of time to do, but it's free. So why don't you do it? The next app that I'm going to show you, which is, there is a free version, but there's also a paid version, is called Canva. And some of you in here may have heard of it. And I know Audrey is using a different, she's using a different program, but Canva is, let's see, is my screen being shared? Okay. So Canva is completely free. You log in. I just logged in with Facebook, and you can create all of these different graphics for free. So if you want an Instagram post, you create Instagram post. It already has the dimensions for you. TikTok background. I didn't even know they had this on there. Facebook post, Facebook cover, highlight story. So again, Alex from Anchor, he uses Canva pretty exclusively. There is, if you wanted to learn more, there's a pro pricing, you can get that. But to start out, if you're not artistically inclined like myself, Canva would be an easy place that already has templates to build out to get those creative juices flowing, and you have content that looks good that you can put out on Facebook and social media. So you could very easily come in here and do a Facebook cover for your business page. What's my home worth? And put a link in there, or put a call to action, and then that's your business profile Facebook cover. So again, you can create all kinds of things, and you can do it completely free. Blog posts, Twitter posts. I don't even know if anyone uses Twitter anymore. Facebook ads. So again, completely free, canva.com, canva.com. And you have all of these different things that you want to do: marketing, documents, presentation, if you wanted to build out a presentation, magazine cover, brochure. You can order prints. So very good tool for you to use, and free at startup. Another one that I've heard of, I have not personally used, but I wanted to share this just because I think it's cutting edge. And I think if we stay ahead of that curve, then we can really offer a service that other brokerages aren't offering right now. It is called Magic Plan. Magic Plan. This is actually an app on the App Store. So Apple or Google. So if you have Android, you can download this. But basically what Magic Plan does is it will actually get you the dimensions of your room or of a house. So you can actually build out house plans. So you could have a 3D sketch or a 3D floor plan model that you can include with your listings. Now, part of me was like, gosh, should we even talk about this right now? Because anybody with listings are selling them. So, do we need to do the extra work? Here's my reasoning to that. If we go in here and tell them, listen, this is what we're going to do different. We're not just going to come in. We're not going to take pictures. We're not just going to put it on the market. We're actually going to develop a floor plan. We're going to develop a blueprint of your house at no charge to you, and we're going to be able to advertise that. So people are going to know the room dimensions before they even look at the house. So it's one of those, how do we establish our value? How do we say that we are worth 3% listing commission when listings are selling days on the market, where there's not a lot of money spent on marketing? It's not necessary right now. And so this is something that you could do to set you apart and to differentiate you from other offices and other agents. Now, again, I have not used this. However, it's super simple. There's a walkthrough, tutorial video on it on the website, and it'll show you how to do it. But again, that's magicplan.app, app, if you want to look into that one. Another program for graphics is Picmonkey. Picmonkey is what Audrey is currently using for her graphics and everything that she's using on social media. And we were talking before we started recording. how she spent a lot of time on her graphics. And I reminded her quickly that the time that she spent on her graphics caught my wife's eye. And she was like, who did Audrey's marketing? And I said, Audrey did. And she's like, it's incredible. So this is not, there is a free version, I think, Audrey, I think she said, but then it's $10 or $12 per month. And Audrey was mentioning that they have all kinds of templates. They have listing templates, like new listing templates. If you have a listing and put your pictures here, they have all kinds of stuff. So very similar to Canva. I think you get one free here versus Canva. You can just have limited features. And then this is only $10 to $12 a month. So this could be an option for you to create your own graphics. Now, I personally use Over. It is an Apple app, and it's very similar. I don't think it's considered Photoshop, but it's equivalent to Picmonkey and to Canva. And my phone is on. I just want to show you my phone. I'll show you at the end. But it is, it's expensive. I think it's $150 a year, so a little bit. It's probably equivalent to Picmonkey, but I can do it on my phone. So that's how we do all of our under contract, new listings, and any other graphics that we make. Now, here's one that's going to save us time. It does cost money, but they are effective. Okay, this one is called Handwrittencom. Handwritten.com. And written is WRYTTEN. So instead of the I, change it to a Y. And the premise of this site, this tool, is to send out handwritten letters that you didn't write. So for you that maybe are focusing on a neighborhood, if you want to focus on Sierra neighborhood or whatever area that you want to focus on, you can literally send out handwritten letters that are done by a computer. You can come over here and you can pick different, let's see, where was it at? You can pick different handwriting styles. You can bulk pricing. Just to give you an idea, 25 cards per month, it is $83 a month. So it is, this is one of those that you may work into. You can get 10 for 35, so it's $350 per handwritten letter. You can justify it this way. Okay, well, I can go out and buy thank you cards, so they're probably 50 cents with the envelope, and then I've got to buy another 50, but then you have to write them. So this might be something where, if you had a closing or you had a really solid listing appointment that was going to wait a couple weeks before they made a decision, I might send them a handwritten, letter from here, and that you're literally just typing up. You could do it from your phone or your computer and just say, thanks so much for having me over. And we can take it one step further and do what Tim does and put in a little, Chick-fil-A card or Starbucks or whatever. But there's all kinds of things that you can do that, they're doing it for you. And so here you can see, you can have different handwriting styles. It's just wild what they can do. And so if this is something that you want to do to build in, there are other apps out there. This was just highly recommended and highly rated. And so that's why we landed on here. There's plenty that you can download straight from your phone. They're postcards, and they typically cost, $1.99 to $3, somewhere around that range. And you can send postcards to people straight from your phone. So this is one thing. Again, we want to differentiate. What are we doing that other agents aren't doing? And this would be a touch to your client. Everybody loves getting snail mail, and they're not going to know that this is a robot written letter, because they're going to see what the front of the envelope looks like. They're going to see that it's written out, that it's handwritten, and so they're going to open it. They're going to be more apt to open it. And you can use whatever handwritten letter, and maybe this is not your end all be all. Maybe you send the first one, and if you get a response, and you do another one, or vice versa. But I wanted to show this tool to you so you could have it at your disposal, and if you decide to use it, then absolutely use it. All right, what was the other one? I am exploring pre-listing checklist. I know that is super important for us right now. And Deborah sent over a slide presentation. Essentially, I just have to go through it and pick and choose what I want to use. But I desire to give you guys the tools that you need as you're going on these listing appointments, so you can be competitive and win these listing appointments that are interviewing other agents. So that is on the table for me to complete and get out to you guys. And basically, I've gone through a couple that I like, and so I'm just going to mix and match and get those over to you. But that's what I wanted to cover in regards to, just equipping your business. And then what we'll do is we'll just open it up for any questions or anything you're struggling with right now, and we can turn it into a mastermind session. So feel free to unmute yourselves. I'll back out of sharing my screen, and then yeah. What kind of questions you guys have?
One question I have is, like you were saying, the pre-listing consultations that we do with clients. Basically, I just kind of put a folder together with my business card, and I pull up comps and I have that written out. But is there anything else? I'm sure that's pretty basic, so like, is there anything else you would suggest that just makes it stand out more? Any other ideas?
Deb, do you have any ideas? Oh, you're still muted.
There we go. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I need more coffee. It sounds like you're off to a good start. I'm one of those people who like to hand them a folder with the comps and things in it. So that definitely makes you look like you at least did your homework instead of just walking in there and playing it off the cuff. Especially if you have something that has a picture of their house on it, then they know that they're not just bogus comps. You really are doing something that has to do with their house. So that's always a big plus. The slide presentation that Cody's working on that I gave him is way too long, but it has a lot of good ideas on it that we can definitely condense down. And you don't necessarily need to use a slideshow or a slide presentation. Sometimes it's just nice to have something in your hand, but some people are more visual and it just kind of draws their attention. You can always print out a couple of slides. If you don't like the slide presentation, just print out a couple of the slides that you like out of it. But just having that, introducing the company, introducing yourself, and hey, this is what we can do for you. That's the listing presentation in a nutshell. And as long as you cover those key points, yeah, you're good.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I agree with Deb. So I do very similar to what you're doing, Cindy. At the end of the day, I take a little bit less with me just because, I've been doing this longer, but I would recommend definitely take the comps, the quick CMA. I would do and this is something that I want to share with you guys. And I was hoping I could find something that I already like that's been built, so I didn't have to recreate the wheel. But basically, a walkthrough punch list item. And so as you're taking the tour with them, you've got your list here that you can look at, and that's for you to do. But then you're also there to build rapport and to secure that listing. But the list will help you walk through. All right, I'm looking through this bedroom. Oh, there's cobwebs, so I can do a checkbox on that, and then that gives them a punch list item. And then what we would do is we would leave that with them. Leave your business card with them, and then that way they have something tangible. So if there is somebody else that's interviewing for that position, then they have that. You've brought them something of value, whether they choose to use you or not. You're coming from contribution. You're saying, listen, here, take this. I want you to succeed. I want you to sell your house, and here it is. I'm not charging you anything for this or for my time. So that would be 100% something that I would include going forward. I do that naturally, but I do it on my iPad and just jot notes down as I go. But then I'm forced to come back and type up an email So it's really, it's you're either leaving the checklist there with them as a touch that they can look at the at the dining room table as they're eating dinner. All right, what did Cody tell us we need to do for this house, right? Or you take it on your notebook or notepad, take it back to your office, and then type up a comprehensive list, and then you can also recap your conversation as a touch as well. So it just depends on how you want to do that.
Awesome. Thank you.
I like the after touch just because, it forces you to follow up. And if you don't follow up, you're going to lose it. So if you follow up and you follow up with that punch list and say, hey, I really enjoyed seeing your house, whether you use me or not, I just wanted to provide you with some valuable tools, and give yourself value, because people don't like to take a gift, something for nothing. And a lot of times they'll go, hey, you know what, if Deb is willing to give me that for free, then what else is she willing to go out and do for me? And so that's the mindset. So you really have to, I hate to say play the game, but I use that term a lot. But getting on people's minds, being forefront in people's minds, that is playing the game, and that is your job, is to make people want you first.
Yep, absolutely. So that was a great question, Cindy. Audrey, are you running into anything that you need assistance with or guidance on?
Not that I can think of right now. Like I have, like I've mentioned, the listing from an old family friend that I'm gonna have soon. They're currently doing renovations on their house, the one in Social Circle. And that's gonna be like my first listing. And I'm working with a few buyers right now, which, like, one in itself, they live out of the country right now for work. So that's kind of like a weird little situation. But other than that, I had like my first showing probably like 2 weeks ago now, which went really well. I was extremely nervous and like almost had like a panic attack in the car in the driveway as I was waiting. But then like just when you're in it, it's different. So like once they got there, I kind of like made myself like, oh, okay. So it actually went really well. But I'm really just working with like a lot of buyers right now. So I'm sure within the next month or so, I'll have a few questions once I actually get that listing. But I got my sign.
That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Moving on up. Yeah, buyers are, my goodness, we love our buyers, but it's a very tough time to have buyers right now. And I really contemplated talking about that. How do we secure multiple offer situations? And the sad part is I don't really have an answer besides, no due diligence, $20,000 over, and pray that there's nothing majorly wrong with the house, or cash. Yeah. And even cash is not winning sometimes. So, I have no idea. And I've had so many conversations with people like, Cody, what is going on? And my buyers are frustrated. So, I'm in the same boat along with everybody else in here. I've got a couple of listings, but I'm very buyer heavy right now. And it's just very, very challenging. And especially, when the majority of the buyers are under 250, and we all know that if something pops up under 250 that's even worth anything, it'll probably end up close to 300,000. So it's an interesting time. And the key that I'm having to remind myself, and I wanted to share with you guys, is that it's a process. And so as long as we can handle our emotions and keep our stuff together, then we can roll that over and help our buyers work through this extremely challenging time, so we don't end up losing them. They get frustrated and then just not buy, or they go find somebody else, or they go run to new construction and they say that no, they don't have an agent, and then the on-site agent gets both sides of the commission. So been there and had that as well.
Well, I have specifically right now 3 that I'm mainly working with that are actually like serious, because I've realized that too, a lot of people aren't serious, like they're interested in getting into the market, but they're not like genuinely serious about like pursuing it. But the 3 that I have, I'm actually working with, which Tim kind of mentioned to me, that the higher price you go, the market changes. So I was kind of expecting like this just completely cutthroat market. And all of the buyers I'm working with right now have over $1 million budget. And so it's a different I mean, it's a completely different market. And like, there's been homes like that like when I first, with my first client, the home was on the market for like 250 days or something. And it was like a $1.8 million home. And so I kind of got concerned. I was like, that's been on the market for a really long time, because like all the agents are like, oh, homes are going like within a day or two of. So I was like, oh my God. And so it's just kind of, I don't know. It's been, I haven't dealt with any like lower budget, so to speak, clients. So I haven't actually experienced that like completely cutthroat. Like, all of my clients are just kind of like laid back, and they're just like waiting for like to find the right one that's perfect for them. Both of them right now are not financing. So I've had to deal with like getting proof of funds letters and stuff like that. And so it's just, I don't know, it's overwhelming, just because it is such like almost like a high stakes, because they're so like, I guess, I don't want to say
I'll trade with you all day long. Okay. Because I am on the far other end of that spectrum. I am dealing with those first-time home buyers that are looking at that 250 under range, and it's extremely frustrating. It's so frustrating that I actually had a set of buyers yesterday say, we have a backup offer on a house, and they said, Deb, if it doesn't go through, we're done. Until the market changes, we're done. We're not in a rush to go anywhere. We like the little house we're renting. We're done. So, it's very frustrating, and I understand. They said, we thought buying a house was going to be fun, and this has not been fun. And I said, I get it. It's not fun for me either. And I usually love my job. Yeah. So, it has been very stressful. But you being with that higher priced market, it is the complaints that we have do not have anything to do with with the things you have to deal with. Mm-hmm. So I'm jealous all day long, because you can sell one house and make as much money as I'm going to make selling 5 or 6 houses. So you're working smarter, not harder, and just keep plugging away. And if you need any help with anything, if it gets overwhelming, we're all here for you.
Well, like my first showing that I did, I had no idea about, like, I had the Super E-Key app, and whatever. And I kept hearing like, update before you leave, like update before you leave. And then I didn't update before I left, and I forgot. And it was like right on the line of coming in Dawsonville. And it was on I was just expecting like a description, and then he like recorded a video of himself like commenting on what he was doing and then screen recorded his phone at the same time so he could show me what he was doing. I was like, that was so helpful and sweet. But yeah.
My Super auto updates every day. You don't have it set to auto update?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I've just been uploading
it. Back in the day when they first had electronic lock boxes, and I'm going to really date myself here. The only way we could update them, it was pre-Wi-Fi, all of this, and we actually had to hardwire our e-keys into our computer to update them. So update every morning was a big thing. Because if you didn't plug your e-key in, because it wasn't your cell phone, it was a separate little box. And if you didn't plug that bad boy in every day, you'd get out to a house and there was no way of updating it, because you're at the house and there's no such thing as Wi-Fi or no such thing as internet through your cell phone. And quite honestly, you were screwed. So mine, I haven't had to I've never, since I got my Super E-Key on my iPhone, I have never updated it. It automatically updates every day. So You should.
I just checked, Deb's right. I just checked in settings on Supra and it's automatic update. You can click on it to set it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Awesome.
Hold on.
Look at that. I'm telling you.
Hold
Just
on.
go to on the
I
bottom.
have never
right where it says
updated my
more.
Super E key on my iPhone. Never.
On
It
the
just-
bottom right where it says more, click on that and then click on settings. And it's the first one. Awesome.
Well, how about that?
Thanks, Deb.
One less thing to worry about every day.
Yeah, I've been there where my key wasn't updated and there was no cell phone service, so I had to get in the car to drive to find service to update it. So yeah, you got to enjoy those showings. Yeah. Kimberly, did you have anything? How'd your lake homes go on Saturday or Friday?
Well, I was talking with a lady about it. She was interested in that new neighborhood that's up there. I'm drawing a blank. But I was trying to create a post. That would be a good post for what I was doing.
Okay, I'm sorry, my internet is unstable according to Zoom. So what were you doing? You're saying something about a post that you're gonna
Yeah,
make?
no. So I posted, so it likely appeared I was out there showing property, but I was on the phone with a lady just getting information because she's looking for a lake house, but she lives over in Marietta. And so she had asked me about, is it the, I've been in touch with that listing agent over there. It's called like the Marina or something. It's up at north end of Lake Lanier. The
Yeah,
new
on
one.
53
Yes.
gated.
Yes.
Mhm.
Super nice.
I think it's Marina Bay. I'm pretty
Yes, Marina Bay. That's it.
Yeah.
Yes. So I had taken some of those pictures off the brochure and created an ad, but
Gotcha.
yeah, so she's just considering building up there.
Very nice. Yes. And I saw, Kimberly, too, that you were running the home valuation for sellers. Have you had any bites on that yet?
Just one, and it happened to be someone that I knew, and she was just curious.
Okay.
But I've run into an issue, and so I'm glad that you like even saw it up. And I don't know if it's from my page that I shared, but it said that my ad was discriminatory. So I had to send it in for review. I'm like, YouTube is not YouTube, but Facebook, like what? I don't know. It's probably all my conservative posts I make on Facebook. I've been flagged, but I don't know. So I'm not sure if it's even still showing. That's on my list too, to like check in and see where we're at with that. But no, I haven't. And I wanted to make a video like yours, but I do not know how to do that tech savvy and show the video like that.
Okay. Do you have TikTok on your phone?
No, my kids do.
Well, okay. Well, you can't do it. I mean, I could show you. I don't know.
Oh, so you did your home evaluation on TikTok?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, did I do it on TikTok? No, I didn't. Because I had to screen record me actually going through the steps. I did it on my computer. So
Yeah. See, I'm not really good at that. I got to figure that out.
you could make it through TikTok with the green screen background. You could do a video and you could talk over the video. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. So you could.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, that's a post that you guys could be running as well, sync home valuation and then just walk them through. I mean, Tim and I showed them how to do it, but you don't even have to be that extensive. You could just do you talking in front of a house and saying, listen, you guys want to know what your home is worth? Click this link and it'll tell you within, 60 seconds, you'll have an idea of what your home is worth in this market.
Okay. A question with that, with my neighbor, it's kind of random. A question with my neighbor, if we just helped her again, like with the paperwork, I'm going to check in with her today because she had a couple more showings this last week. If I do that, did we decide, yes, we could put it in FMLS for her or no?
Let's talk about that after.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
this is being
Sorry.
recorded.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot. I thought we were done recording. Apologies.
No. Well, in case we had questions,
Yeah.
that other agents could benefit from.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
No, so we're good. I'm good.
Yep. All right. Anything else? Cindy, Audrey, Deb.
I'm good.
Okay. Very good. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Are there any topics that you want to see me cover? I mean, I obviously I want this to be beneficial for you guys and for waking up at 8 a.m. I don't want to just do something that doesn't benefit you. So if there's something that you want me to cover, if there's something that you want to cover, that you want to share with us that you're doing, that you've had success with, I mean, it's not just me, wanting to get up at 8 a.m. and come up with something. If there's something that you want me to cover, let me know. I'd be happy to do whatever teaching that you guys want or need. I don't want this to be a waste of time. And then you're like, oh, I'm not even showing up. I already know everything. So if you have any ideas, shoot me a message. You can, leave a comment on the video, send me an email on topics that you'd like me to cover. And I'd be happy to do those. I want this to be valuable for you guys.
I had something pop into my head, Cody, while somebody was saying something else about new construction. One of the things that go look at new construction all they want, just make sure they take my business card with them, because I can negotiate with the builder and more so than they can. And so all of my buyers will go and look at new homes to see if that's what they want, but I always make sure they get a stack of my cards so they can drop them off. And I always encourage them, yeah, sure, go in there. And if they say, are you working with a realtor? Your answer is yes, so that I can go in there and negotiate the best deal for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. Yes, because a lot of people are flocking to new builds. And you've got to make sure that you protect that commission, because that listing agent that's sitting in that model home, that's having people come to them left and right, that they're just they're just busy as a bee can be. Protect yourself. Absolutely. Give them your business cards. Tell them you go look at it. I'm coming after your kneecaps if you don't tell them you're working with me. No, don't say that.
Mm-hmm. Depending on the buyer, I do that.
Yeah. It was your, someone closely related to you. But anyway, yeah. So if you guys have anything that you want me to cover, then feel free to share that with me. But if not, we'll go ahead and stop this recording and we'll get done 15 minutes early.
Thanks, Cody.
Oh, absolutely.